you hear that? Some my loaf of bread. My $1.25 bread. Quick sale from Cole's Bakery. It used to be $2.50. It's also a week. It's also a week over the best before date, but it's fine. Hello. I hope you're doing good as well. I know I'm doing good because it's bread day. It's bread day. Are you ready? Are you ready for bread day? I have so many celebrations planned. Bread day! First, let's get rid of this music. It's kind of not... It's not exciting enough. Hold on. It's bread day!
Ay sera ne mere sayette tu sayado Ados tu cor ingrato che io dispiette fa meno un po' Adoro fuoco coce ma si buie e la strada
I have a ball next to me right now. It's just like there's just a piece of bread in it. I'm just gonna be like eating bread throughout this stream. Don't mind me. Okay? I feel like crunching noises in the background. Oh wow, the music's kinda loud. Let me turn it down for you. Any bread, just like in the fridge or like anywhere nearby. You should take some and eat it with me, okay? Just to feel the festivity. Good, it should be. Bread should be a standard breakfast every morning. You might be able to see, since last time I went ahead and I colored stuff in and I did like a really rough background kind of. It's still really like, you can see the pixels, whatever it is. I'm gonna need to fix that, but it's kind of long. I want to hopefully like finish most of it today, so I can work on other stuff. Yeah. Oh, hello! The music is a little bit loud. Oh no! Hold on. Is this better? Don't worry, it's ending. It's ending soon. Don't worry. We're back to the lo-fi now. Don't worry about it. Hey! Hi, Ellie! How are you? It's so good to see you again. Yeah. Yay, better? Did something happen before? No, which bread kind is your favorite? Well, there's only one answer. There's only one correct answer. And that is... all bread. All of it's my favorite. Like, whenever there's like a kind of bread that I If there's ever a bread that I don't enjoy eating, then it's like probably not the bread's fault. It's always like because there's apple or pineapple or blueberries in it or something. And that's not the bread's fault, that's just the pineapple. That's why I don't put pineapple on pizza. Yeah. All bread is good. The only answer is pretzel bread. That is a valid answer as well. Technically, that falls under my umbrella. So, we are in agreement. Oh, I'll turn the music up now that it's quieter. There we go. This should be better. And also, I don't know if Nathan C. Arts is here, but it says Nathan C. Arts followed 10 minutes ago. So if you're still here, thank you. Thank you. Oh, the better was for the audio. I'm doing good. Oh, okay, that's good. I thought I missed something there. Yeah. Oh, I'm very good. Yes. As you can see, I'm surrounded by my favorite food right now, so all is well. Today is a glorious day. I was going to buy a whole bunch of different breads, but when I went out to buy bread, I realized I went to the wrong place. I thought there would be like a bread shop there, but there wasn't, so I came back empty-handed. But it's fine. I have my multigrain toast loaf, and that's good enough for me. That's all I need. Of course I am passionate about bread. Bread is the only staple of this cruel world. If you ever asked me what food would you eat forever? The answer is simple. It's just bread. It's so savory, but it can taste sweet if you eat lots of it, over time. Bread shop? A bakery? Yes. Snivino bread shop, a bakery coming to you soon. Yes, look forward to it. The possibilities with bread are just limitless. You can't go wrong with it. And like I said, if you did go wrong, then it's not the bread's fault. He definitely put something that wasn't meant to be there in the bread. If you just ate plain bread, it would be fine. Yeah. Anyway, I did come back empty-handed today. It wasn't much of a breadwinner, but it's okay. I will go out tomorrow, and I will go to the right bread shop this time, and I will have so much bread, so much good bread. If you haven't been to Bread Top, I don't know if it's I'm pretty sure it's an international thing, right? It's not just in my country. Bread Top. They have so many varieties of bread for all of your needs. There's savory bread, there's sweet bread, there's spicy bread, there's probably something in between. There's something for everyone. No wonder every human on every continent independently invented bread. It's in our DNA. Exactly. Hit the nail on the head. A+ for bread history. Yes. That is why today is so momentous. Wait, actually, what day is bread day? And it's International Bread Day. It's Sunday, the 16th of October. It hasn't passed yet. It's later on this year. Oh my god. World Bread Day 2022. Oh my god. I gotta do something big for that day. I gotta start preparing like right now. That's really important. Bread. I was born in it. Molded by it. Yeah. Exactly. Some people say humans were molded from clay or the earth or something. I say we were molded from a desire to create bread. Oh, it was the 16th of October, I think. Wait, let me search it up again. Bread Day. Wait, no. International Bread Day. Yes, I got it right. 16th of October. Yes. You better mark it in your calendars. All the sensible people are going to be wearing their suits on the 16th. Halloween's not even relevant anymore. It's just bread. I thought you said second. That would have been your birthday. Oh, you would have been a blessed child to have been born on bread day. Truly blessed. On the 16th, will we have a repeat of the stream then? No. 16th of October this year, gonna be way bigger than this stream. Gonna be huge. I'm gonna have so much planned. It's gonna be like a breadathon, and bread tier list reviews, live baking collab. I'm gonna like cancel everyone who like doesn't pass my requirements for being a bread appreciator. So look out, just look out. I know it's really hard right now. You can't tell who's who is like someone you should really be supporting right now. But don't worry, just wait like wait, how many months is it? It's a 5 months. Just wait 5 months. And all shall be revealed. Yes. And if I happen to be gluten intolerant, it doesn't matter. I'll cancel myself. That's how far I'm willing to go for bread. Yes! I love that. German people rise. Hello, Itsuki! Good to see you! Do you know what day it is? Guess! Take a guess! It's a very monumental day. I bought decorations just for this. Especially for this occasion. I spent my life savings on this. I would have. It's bread day! Bread. bread gamers. Let's get the bread. We're bringing in the dough. I was bred for this. I would love to miss it. Will be heard across the galaxy. You'll be burnt toast if you're not there for it. If you're not here for it. Sagara. Thank you. Yes, yes. That's the spirit. Yes, yes. I'll just be having this in the background, okay? Okay. I checked whether this is public domain, by the way. I specifically went and checked just to make sure I could play this without getting bumped. Da, da, da. Yamai. Oh, good. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Italian people, I'm sorry for my pronunciation. It's bread day. Thank you, Itsuki. I will actually give you a rundown of what we have so far right now. So basically, in the time since you last saw this drawing, I just went and colored everything in, but very roughly. So I'm just cleaning up the edges right now to make sure they're like staying inside the lines. Red Day is the best holiday. It should be a public holiday, but my university doesn't recognize it because they are uncouth and they just don't get it. They don't get with the times. So yeah. You're concerned? What could you possibly concerned about on this beautiful day? Me, May 4th favorite day. What day is May 4th? Oh, by the way, yeah. You'll be getting like bread eating ASMR as well. Right there, thunder pretzels. Oh no. Hold on. I know, what is for? All of them. I just don't get it. You see, I thought pretzels are just like made out of the same stuff as biscuits. But But since you are a German bread connoisseur, I will trust it. I will trust in your opinion. Oh, pretzel bread. Right, that makes sense. Wait. Wait, let me find. Transparent. Oh, the big loafy pretzels are very different to the snack pretzels. I've never really seen many of the big loafy pretzels. I know it's really depressing, but I truly haven't. Like, I've only pretty much ever seen the snack ones. But now that I think about it, there was like this one store that sold them, I think. So real German pretzels are bread. Ooh, bread that stunk and lie and then baked. They're kind in the same category as croissants. Oh, what? Why do I not have these? Or like, wait, maybe I do have these. I just like never noticed them. I can't believe it. I'm so sorry. Ah, you're welcome. You're more than welcome. I should be thanking you for adding to my catalog of known breads. I would have gone around so ignorant without your advice. Thank you. Send all the bread my way. Yes. I'd like all the bread you have on offer, please. Oh yeah. And that's of the drawing. Just going back to it, see, these are the base colors that are later going to have like shading or whatever on it, like this. Whoa! Oh, you clip it so that it stays inside. And then that's also why you want this to be like staying within the lines and everything, because then like all your shading will be clipped to this layer. And if this isn't neat, then your shading won't be neat either. Yeah. I'm just trying to go through my process more to help anyone who wants to know what's going on, I guess. And this blob for the background is also what I usually do for backgrounds, which is just like getting a feel for the colors. Yeah. And then like you can go in and start putting details in. And you can say I'm just a bit impatient, but I like doing it this way rather than like starting with actual shapes and line art. But yeah, it's Suki. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them right now as well. Probably be a lot easier to demonstrate because I have this here right now. Yeah. Just gotta get these fuzzy lines out of the way. Because I usually use like the select tool to select where I want the base layers to be and fill it in, but it has like a... Oh wait, I should have just like changed this. It's like very, yeah, it's very fuzzy, and it isn't super accurate, so you have to go through later and clean it up. Today also counts as bread day. It does also count as bread day. Yes, it's my bread day. My personal bread day. But yeah, maybe I'll pull one up after I'm through with some things on this drawing. Yeah? I do want to see if there's like actually a pre-made tier list on like tierlist.com or whatever it was called. Anyway, it's okay. If you're still here, do tell me about your day. In a moment. Hello! I'm back. So there is a pre-made bread tier list. No way! Oh my god! Ah! Okay. I'm actually very excited now. Let's do that. Let's do that best. I slept a lot actually and woke up an hour ago, so there's not much to say yet. Oh, felt. I hope you're not feeling still too jet lagged from your sleep. I know, like, I stay groggy for like the entire day until like midnight, and then like I'm actually awake. Hold on. Oh my god. I have so many sources, it's like lagging. From all the bread I put on my layout. Window capture. Create the official bread tier list. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. The screen is very cluttered right now. That is fine. This is temporary. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Wow. This is so amazing. The official bread tier list. It's trademarked. This is for real. They're not joking here. I respect them. What do I... Well, honestly, oat bread is good, so it should actually start like A-S, S-S, S, S, plus. Hey. The music's too loud suddenly. It does also have muffins and cakes though, unfortunately. Oh. Oh, you made your own list. Do share. It's okay. Well, we can ignore them. Oh, we can put them in like the pseudo bread. They're like bread wannabes. And this is like the actual bread tier list. Yeah. Yes. Oh my god. Wait. Okay. Bagel. Bagel is like definitely up there because like they're just so flexible and like I like bagels. I don't eat them very often, but like in theory I like them a lot because they're round. Baguette is top tier because you can just like keep eating it. You start from the top and then you just keep going. Nom 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 nom. Cookie! Wait, this is not bread. That's a bread wannabe. Bread wannabe. Bread wannabe. Bread wannabe. Wait, is it? Wait, is it? Wait. Yeah, that's bread wannabe. Do pancakes count as bread? They're like not savory. It's like cake-ish. Wait, what? What? Oi. It's ruining my moment. Cake, bread, wannabe. Bread wannabe. What? Scones? Oh, that's so stylish. If you like scones, you were stylish. You were so elegant. Good old toast. Oh, I'm gonna end up putting everything up here. That's not okay. Wait. Okay. Look, this is. Wait, it's like. Ah! Stop it! What? Stop. I mean, like plain bread. Oh, this is so hard. There's so many good breads. I'm just gonna. Bread. There's so many. I gotta start like spitballing where they are. If you have any suggestions, go ahead. By the way, bread is a communal product. Garlic bread. I can't actually eat this right now because I have to stay away from garlic. That is also really good. Wait, and the croissant, like just like plain toast is like. Oh, I can't believe them all it says. This is like the same as a bagel, right? It's a donut. Oh, donut is like. I actually can't take most donuts because they're too sweet for me. But that's not the donut's fault. It's the sugar that they put on the donut. Yeah, you get it? Yeah. What's your opinion on banana bread counting as bread? I'd say it counts. Because there's like the banana is still like just in chunks, right? Kind of sometimes. So it ends up just being like if we pretend this is banana bread, I think it's alright. Yeah, it's like this is still S tier, by the way. Just a reminder that all of these are good. There's only the bread wannabes that are kind of like, yeah, they're not true bread, but this is all good. Pretzel! Wait, pretzel! I wanna put in the same tier as bagels because they're both so stylish. Cool. What is this? This is also. Oh, this is not scones. This is something else. What was it called again? I forgot what this was called. But these are cool as well. These are cool as well. They're just like a little bit awkwardly arranged, so you can get like your hands kind of. It's kind of hard like picking them apart and stuff. Like if I'm gonna eat a piece of bread, I'd rather just like eat all of it like this, like a baguette. Why would you cut a baguette? It's the perfect length. Just eat it all. Just go top to the bottom. Sparky, she hasn't had one. She doesn't know what it is. What? Oh, you mean the pretzels? I'm sorry. I will have one day. I will. But like white bread. White bread is also good. By the way, white bread is. I like the simple stuff. See, like toast and then just like plain bread. I will put these here. But I don't know, they look like churros, but they also look like really sharp and stiff to be a churro. So I like that you like toasted toast more than plain toast. It's a good decision. Thank you. Because toasted toast is even more toasted than toast. Breadsticks, yeah! Breadsticks are good. They're like a mini baguettes. They're only like lower than the actual baguettes because they're like, there's less of them. You know. But I also like them because you can stab people with it. It's like good improvised weapon. Anyway. These are just like, it depends if this has stuff in it. Sometimes it's good stuff. If it's like a bun, like a Chinese bun with the meat inside and stuff, that's pretty nice. But I think it depends. It's like around here. Yeah. Don't think too hard about it. A bird's gotta have some way to defend herself. Yeah. Is this roti bread? Or is it like, or is it pizza or something? Can't really. Wait. This is just like, oh, this is like focaccia bread. Oh! Focaccia is okay. It's okay, but it's good. You know, it's good. But I like plain bread either. I mean, I like plain bread better because it's like easier to eat. This is too. It tends to fall apart really easily, which is unfortunate. I think it's either supposed to be naan or maybe like pita. I don't know what it's called. Tortilla wrap? Oh, maybe. All of those are good though. I'll put this at a solid S. Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan and beyond. Anyway, what is this? It's like, this looks like the fluffy ones. The fluffy ones that also taste kind of sweet, but not too sweet. That's good. That's good. That's good. What up, bread is SS? Oh, and these. Oh, and these. This is like a really long version. I'll also put this here because it's a bit hard to eat. Unless, like, if these came just like by themselves, I feel like. No, this one is better than this one because it has stuff on it and it's like more crunchy. Yeah. Multigrain is better than white toast because it has more texture to it. Okay, you heard it here first. Isn't this just like a loaf of multigrain? I mean, a whole loaf is better than one piece. Milk broken. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Milk broken? Oh, is it? It's the last one left there. Oh, this one. Oh, is it just like a rose, right? I think. Oh, they're good. They're good. I think. Milk bread. Oh, milk bread. Yes, milk bread is good. I can't have milk either right now, but it's still good. Yes. 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 Download. Done. Okay. Can I post images in chat? I don't know. Okay. Hold on a moment. I'm doing something very important. Yes. I didn't realize this. I didn't realize it would show. Wait, I forgot. It would like show the. I didn't dox myself, did I? Wait, did I dox myself? I don't remember what's in my Google Drive. I'm pretty sure it's just a bunch of random stuff, but it's fine. No one saw that. Okay, good. Now you can access the definitive bread tier list. You're welcome. Anytime. All you need to do is access the Google link. Okay. I'm gonna get back to drawing now. Well, I'm drawing my multi-grain toast loaf. Made in Australia. With at least 95% Australian ingredients. And if you make your own bread tier lists as well, please do feel free to share. I will definitely look down on it if it's different from mine, but it's okay, I will still respect your opinion. Everyone has different tastes in bread, and that's okay, because that's why there is a bread for everyone. There's even gluten-free bread for gluten-free folks. I have tried it actually, while I couldn't eat glutenated bread, and it's not quite the same. It's not as fluffy, but I don't know, it still gets the job done. Oh my god. Please do so. Yes, seeds. Ooh, yes. Respect. You have crumpets and croissants at the top. Yes. I also appreciate that you didn't put any of them in detail. And that is completely true because there is no bad bread. Wait, what? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. B tier is still forgivable. And I also understand that not everyone can handle the sheer intensity of a baguette. Not everyone is able to consume all that it can give. have breadcrumbs all over my keyboard now. But it's fine. It was worth it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get through this fairly quickly. Just so I can start coloring or like shading things, because that's the most fun part, in my opinion. It's also the part where it's so fun that I usually end up skipping parts of it. And then like I'll just start straight painting the colors on instead of using layers. Which sometimes like costs me in the long run if I have to go back and change a bunch of things. Probably cell shade this one first, and then start painting other things in later. Welcome to the bread bank. Ta-ting! Hello sir, how may I help you? How are you, sir? Wait, it was Asta, right? Your short name is Asta? How are you, Asta? It's so nice to see you. Thank you for dropping by again. You did unfortunately miss our epic bread tea list. But that's okay, I'll post it again just for you. Please familiarize yourself with the definitive bread tea list as just as like a rite of passage before you watch any of my streams. Thank you. I've been seeing a lot of your logos in the server. They look like this is going so well. Do you wanna tell me about the most recent one you're working on? Yay! Oh, I see. Did you finish all of them? Oh, waiting for new comps. I see, I see. Well, good luck with it. I'm sure it won't be too long again. You have a pretty good track record anyway. case you're wondering though, this is Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail from the MiHoYo verse. And I'm currently just cleaning up the colors. Hopefully it won't be too long, and then I can start shading things. Because it's exciting! Iko! How are you? Bread water. Bread water? I actually don't have any water here with me. I probably should. I don't drink enough water. But you're good? How about you? I'm good! Guess what day it is? I forgot to ask you, but after you guess what day it is too. Make a wild guess. You get brownie points if you get it right. Bread day! Yes! Yes! No, totally not bread day. I mean, yeah, no. Yes! How you guys doing on this super momentous day? I bet you're really excited. Also, it's excellent that garlic bread and croissants are an SSS+. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate my taste. Thank you very much. Breadissance. Yes. Yeah. At the very tip top of the bread hierarchy. Wait. I was about to make a pun with aristocrats and then scones? Was it? Was something like that? But then I realized it didn't work. So you're spared this time. But you better be ready for the 16th of October this year, because I searched it up earlier, and that is the actual World Bread Day. A day acknowledged by the entire world. Peace will reign on that day. Arguments will be ceased. Allies will be made. Fathers will come home on bread day. You better be looking for it. Be breadful for the bread. Exactly. Yes. I baguette you won't forget it. Did that one work? Was it too long? I wasn't. You get it right. Baguette, bet. Well, Oh god. Okay. Anyway, for the newcomers, please. Oh well, not newcomers, just like people who just popped in. Yeah, please, grab some bread. You know, just any kind of bread nearby. I have a loaf of multigrain toast with me right now. It was on quick sale, so it was pretty big bargain, if I could say so myself. And just like sit and appreciate the taste in your mouth, going down your throat and into your digestive system. The star gives you Kirby vibes. So true, Kirby. Hi, Joanne. Hi. Good to see you here. How are you? I'm so glad to have you again. Can you guess what day it is? Most people have guessed 99% of people have failed this question. Will you pass? What day is it? It's a pretty hard question, so like I don't blame you if you wanna pass on it. I'm doing little kitty cuddling. Kitty! Oh my god, wait, I forgot, what was his name? It was a he, right? The black and white kitty. Do you remind me what its name was again? Wait, was it a she? Oh, I forgot. Emerald. Right. Yeah, so cute. There seems to be a lot of people in here who like happen to have black and white cats. Like mine is black and white. I think someone else was as well. Was it Elias's? Was it? Elias Argentums has a cow cat as well. It's just everywhere. Lurk. Yes. Your lurk is very much appreciated. Please enjoy your lurking, Iko. Black and white cats are the best. They are so smart. Ah, true. My cat is like probably smart, but he doesn't really use his brain very often. Like he only shows it when he wants to like do something that we don't want him to do. I like that that's kind of just like the opposite to ginger cats, which have like a reputation of being really ditzy. Or like orange cats. There was like this video of this orange kitten just like meowing, like crying as it like pulls at this open cage. like wait, it's hard to demonstrate. It's like this cage, right? And the door is right here, but the cat is over here. The orange cat is like over here, and it's like, let me out! He's like crying and scratching over here at the gate, and then all the other cats are just like coming in and out through the door that's right next to it. And then the caption was just like, peak orange cat behavior. Do you look anything like your avatar? That may be classified information. I will say I do have a green streak though. Although it's like coming off because I haven't re-dyed it in a long time. I'm looking to dye it like red next, maybe just like the tips. This is something a little different. I think it will be fun. Yeah. I forget, shall I do a quick introduction to what I'm drawing right now again? Just in case anyone would like to know. This is Honkai Star Rail from MiHoYo Verse. This is like a entry for the content creator program. Yes. And oh my god. I'm just finishing up the coloring here so I can get to the rendering and like the shading and stuff. I've said this, pretty sure I've said this a lot of times already, but yeah, same project as before. Yeah. Thank you so much, Joanne. I get very excited about the shading. So Red Day! Bread Day, yes! It's a bread day. You got it right. 10 brownie points to you. 10,000 brownie points, I mean. And in doing so, I'm just gonna skip the enemies for now because I'm too excited to get to the shading. I shouldn't. But like, they're just background props, basically, so I think it's fine if I ignore them for now. Yeah. Wait, what is this? When did I make a new layer? Oh, right, I did. I'm gonna start shading now because shading is exciting. So when everything starts to take shape and everything and stuff, and it looks very cool. And your kitty has a chin on your arm and it's sleeping now? That is so cute. That is so sweet. My god. I love that. It's always so precious when like a cat puts any kind of like appendage on you, because they're usually so like sensitive with them. And it's just like, oh my god, my cat trusts me. The highest honor, truly. I'm gonna think about what the light source is actually. I have some bread, well, I think. Oh my. Oh. Oh my. Oh. Oh my. Oh my. When I had knee surgery, Emerald helped me by staying with me, and she laid her head on the knee with the surgery. Oh my god. She's such a smart baby. That is so sweet. I hope your knee's better now. It really... Honestly, like... You hear a lot about crazy animal stories, but it still surprises me sometimes, like, how ominously, how scarily, intuitive, well, not intuitive, but like, what's the word? How scarily aware animals can be sometimes? Or like, either whether it's coincidental or not, it's still pretty cool. It is better? That's good, it's good. I'm glad. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to have your dance breaks. Yeah. Shitting is so fun. Shitting is very fun. Oh, by the way, Joanne, I really quite liked your suggestion, or like, I don't remember if it was just a mention or an idea of like just like a really casual song request while you're doing other things as well. I do think that's very fun, actually. So, and I'm usually while I'm drawing, I have a habit of listening to music anyway. So if I'm drawing, I'm probably in like a musical mood. So like if you have any, like if anyone has any really casual, random song suggestions, I would actually totally love to make these like super casual tiny concerts as well. No, it's not really counts as a concert, but you get what I mean, right? So many bread PNGs. Did you miss the bread review? You did! I'm so sorry. But it's okay. I don't worry. I saved the tier list. Just a moment. I saved the official bread tier list for your perusal. Please do take a look and familiarize yourself with our local bread hierarchy. Yeah. Oh, like, it won't be very good because I'm like distracted. But I can try. But also, welcome to the stream, Elias. Also, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I'm so very glad you can make it to this very monumental day and this impromptu Saturday stream. I did realize, oh wait, it's not on a Sunday, but it was like, it doesn't matter, this is an important day, I'll stream it anyway. I see, valid rankings. I think one of them would be better SSS instead of SSS. Yeah. Honestly, it was really hard. It was like everything is interchangeable because old bread is good. So I can definitely understand where you're coming from. But at the same time, my opinion is the objective, definitive one. Because this is my bread day. Thanks, I just woke up. I'm trying to become nocturnal since I'm working night shift next week. Oh no! You should sleep. You should be less nocturnal to prepare for your night shift. Like, honestly, trust me. Like this past entire week, I have been not gone to sleep before 12. Probably even a single time. And I can tell you that my ability to like actually do work at night has not improved. So take care of yourself, okay? Up. Local Pokey, hi! Welcome. Oddly, I don't remember having seen you in the chat before. Are you a first time here? It's not like displaying the thing on the chat, but like I feel like this is the first time seeing it. Anyway, either way, welcome, hi! Your party hat is on sideways. You could say that we are having a bit of a party here today, because it's... Wait. I only have one tablet pen, so it's not working. Today it's... Bread Day! Yeah. I'm here for first time. Okay. Chat is being silly then. I guess my chat log is being very silly. It's not showing it. Thank you, Tokyo Drama. Yeah, I know. I was actually gonna be a drama before I became a VTuber. But anyway, welcome then, Local Pokey. I hope you enjoy your stay. You like bread? Great! I like bread too! Oh my god, same. We are so on the same wavelength. So like, please, if you have any bread nearby in the fridge or like, whatever. If you need to take a break to go to Italy to buy some bread, like, that's okay. I understand, I'll wait for you. As well. Yeah, so just like let me know when you've got your bread ready. Just like chill. And appreciate the bread. It's alright. Yeah, bread is pretty alright. It's pretty awesome, alright. I actually feel like I'm done with like the basic shading here. Alright. I like sourdough bread. I cut the bread. Oh, dude, thank you. Oh my god. Did you know? Local pokey is actually my favorite kind of bread. You know, I said I liked oat bread before, but honestly, like if I'm being 100% objective, you know, local pokey is it's just a cut above. It's just a cut above, you know. Thanks, dude. You're cool now. I hope you enjoy your stay. My fave is Brazilian cheese bread. Cheese bread. Interesting. I do like cheese as well. Not quite as much as bread, because like if you have too much cheese, you can kind of get sick of cheese. For me at least. But you just can't get sick of bread. The more bread you eat, the better it tastes. Cool, dude. Yes, you are. Yes. Super cool. Wait. Were you here when we did the bread? Oh, do muffins count as bread? Or, look. Technically, they have like a bread content in them, but for like the bread tier list. For my bread tier list, I did actually resign them to wannabe breads because they're like, this is not the same. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're trying. I mean, they'll get there one day, maybe, but for now. So what you drawing? I am drawing Honkai Star Rail. It's an upcoming game from the same developers as Genshin Impact. Yes. It looks beautiful now. Oh, thank you, Itsuki. Thank you so much. I've been trying to go through my process a little bit more as well, so I hope it's been helpful for you. Yeah, it's like this upcoming game. It's like a strategy game or something, but thank thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yeah. And in order to get into the beta, one of the things you can do is become a content creator for it. So I'm like, oh, wait, hold up. Let me just draw this thing. I'm a content creator now. Please, please let me into the beta. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're right. The girl in the center looks like she's from Danganronpa. I feel like I have seen someone from Danganronpa who looks like medium length shaggy hair. Like pale. What are they called? Danganronpa. I can't find them now, but I swear there was one who looked really similar. But like, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Huh. Have you ever done gaming content? Yes, I have. Just ask the chat what we were up to this Tuesday. It's almost a shame you missed it. Maybe a good thing, because I don't know if you would have enjoyed it. But we were running around a nuclear throne. It's a roguelike shooter. Pew pew. We were just conducting a bit of Boom Boom Bagadan. It was pretty fun though. So yeah. Usually I don't play things that intense. Like I like to keep most of my streams like the same chill vibe. But you know, it was an exception. Oh. Wait, I'll just answer Local Poke's question first. What is your favorite Epic Gamer game? You mean like Epic Games? Like the game store? Because there's a lot of games in there. I don't remember which ones, like from there specifically. But have you ever done art for gaming companies? If you mean like being hired to do art, no. But that would be like amazing if I could. That's probably like a dream job, honestly. Now, what's your favorite game? Oh, now you've asked a hard question. That's like the second hardest question after what's your favorite bread? Oh, I was just saying it in a goofy fashion. Okay, got it. That's really hard. But in general, I really like Metroidvanias because I enjoy like the exploring gameplay loop of just like wandering around and finding things. So like probably like Hollow Knight is really, really high up there for me, and like Ori is close as well, but only slightly behind Hollow Knight. Just because I personally really enjoy Hollow Knight's like more open storytelling fashion. Like if you ever played it, it just it never really tells you anything outright. You just get to run around and explore and find things at your own pace. And I do actually also like the challenge as well. Celeste is up there as too, next to Hollow Knight. Not only because its story, I feel like its story probably resonates with a lot of people, not just myself. But also because of the pixel graphics and the really fluent, nice movement. I guess Hollow Knight is kind of an exception in this area, That's right. You like you started me on a ramble now that you got me talking about Hollow Knight and like Ori. So in this area, Hollow Knight's a bit of an exception because I really like the movement when they have really satisfying controls, or animation that's like really flowy and responsive. So like in Ori, where they have like I'm pretty sure part of it is like what was it called? Progressive animation, progressive coding, something like that. It's where like the code helps dictate what the animation looks like. Useful for secondary animation, stuff like tails or hair. It's mostly used in 3D, but there have been a lot of really cool examples in 2D. If you've seen or played what's it called? Rain? The one with the slug cat. Rain World. If you've seen Rain World, it's like pixely, and it's like there's this little cat avatar, and like this area I think is animated normally with pixels, but the tail is progressive animation, procedural animation, so it will like follow and tail around and physics stuff. Yeah, really cool. I'm a bit off topic. Near Automata for me, I don't know why, but it hits all the right spots. Oh, I have like heard a few things about Near Automata, and I've seen like a bit of gameplay of it. It seems, from what I know, it seems kind of like a combo based and stuff, which is interesting because I've never really tried that kind of game before, but I think I'm willing to give it a go sometime if I have the time, because the art seems pretty cool. Interesting, didn't know they did that for 2D. Yeah, people can get really creative with it. And you know, there's parts in like Ori as well. I'm a little bit obsessed. I like watched all the GDC talks and like behind the scenes stuff. I'm like, oh, how are they making this? And like in Ori as well. Well, actually, for a lot of games, especially like 3D, they made the models look 2D, but they're actually 3D models, and in doing so, they applied this little program thing. Not program, like a function or whatever, that makes sure the feet are always angled on different platforms. Which is, I mean, you see it a lot in a lot of 3D games, but I still think it was pretty smart of them to bring it over into like a 2D base sort of platformer. And yeah, I think like parts of Ori's like ears and stuff might be procedural as well. I just know that they could have done procedural for the swimming animation where it like spins around in the water, but the artist was like a real perfectionist, so they ended up just drawing all the frames themselves, which is crazy, but I also respect that so much. I feel like your art is good enough that you can invent your anime or game and still publish it. Oh my god, that is such high praise. Thank you so much. I would actually like to do that after I get my degree. Hopefully. Thank you, I'm really glad you think so. Making like an indie game or something would be an absolute dream come true. The gaming streamer I mod for played Ori. It was a beautiful game. That guy you mentioned last time, right? Super cool. Nice. I hope they enjoyed it. It's a very beautiful game. Yes, very beautiful. And yeah, super relaxing as well, honestly. Oh hi guy, yeah. Remember that guy. What are you studying for? I'm studying full-time animation at uni. Yeah. So I guess I'm kind of lucky because I can kind of sometimes get away with doing coursework while streaming. But I do think you enjoyed the game. It was challenging. Yeah, it is actually like it can be surprisingly challenging for people who don't expect it. But for the Metroidvania genre, it's actually, amusingly, it's a very typical. But it's nice that Ori has like the different difficulties levels for anyone who really does just want to enjoy the story, because like you know, it is a really great story. It'd be a shame if someone like couldn't experience that for themselves just because they didn't have the like ability to play through it. Little homework stream. Yeah. I wish this could be my homework actually, but like we can't actually really do fan art because copyright. Do you ever look at manga? Kind of. I find that I don't really have the time to keep up with that much manga, but I do know there's a lot of really good ones out there. So yeah, I've seen a few of them. Right now I only actually keep up with the BNHA manga, the My Hero Academia one. Like every couple of weeks I go back and check what new chapters there are. Other than that, I have read through Chainsaw Man. Super excited for the anime. Was it this year or next year? Sometime this year or next year, I think. What else have I read? Made in Abyss. Might not be as well known as the other ones, but still very much worth a read. You've been meaning to read through Chainsaw Man. Yes. Find a good time to, cause it's one of those stories where once you start, it's just snowballing down the hill. You can't stop reading it. Made in Abyss! Oh my god, have you watched that anime? Or like, hold it right there, everyone. Have you hydrated? Drink water now and keep them organs moist. Look, I have a lot. Look, I have bread, and it has a bit of water. If you like cats, you would like the anime Aria the animation. There are cats in it. It is super awesome and chill. I will note that down. Hold on. If I get redeems the local Poke, I will. I'll put a hydrate redeem there just for you. Aria, the animation. Futuristic bag of Venice. Is that a bag I hear? That better not be chips to cancel out the hydrate check. No, this is an entire loaf of bread. You got it wrong. Bread is so much better than chips. I just been like eating bread while I've been drawing. Yeah. I should actually go and just get my mug. I'll just fill a mug and bring it over so I don't have to run back and forth. Hold on a moment. That spread better not be salty. Don't worry, it's just normal bread. It's good old multi-grain toast loaf, 680 grams. From Cole's Bakery. No artificial preservatives. Made in Australia. At least 95% Australian ingredients. It says, try it, love it, or your money back. See, it's good bread. Oh. Hi, I am back. Wow, a bread with a refund policy. They look confident. Well, yeah, I only source my bread from the most reliable sources. Yes. I'll be right back also. Okay. I think Emerald is feeling better. About a month ago, she got sick and had to go to the emergency room. Too much bread. She got sick and had to go to the emergency room. She got her meds changed. I think she is better. That's good. That's good. I'm glad. Emerald is precious. I would hate for anything to happen to her. I feel like I'm actually pretty lucky in terms of my own cat because Bean actually doesn't really throw up or anything, surprisingly. He'll dry retch sometimes, but then he just stops. And I've had so many nightmare stories of people's cats just throwing up on carpets 10 times in a row, and I feel so bad for them. I'm back! You're back! Yo! Now you can enjoy ASMR of me drinking water too. I hope that satisfies you, Pokey. Hi. We actually have health insurance. Oh, that's good. That's good. I recommend that for any pet owner. Oh, yeah. True. Especially for older cats, I guess. Water drinking plus creaky chair ASMR. Yes. I got so much planned for that stream, guys. I'm flattered you think I have a brain bigger than the size of a pea. I actually used to have like a super creaky door as well. But then I got that oiled, so it doesn't do that anymore, thankfully. But before, like, people would come over, and then I would be like, oh yeah, so this is my room. And they're like, oh, how many dead bodies do you have in there? You actually don't want to wait until they get older to get insurance. Insurance companies do not cover health problems they already have. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I'm actually not entirely sure if I have insurance for my cat yet, but I should probably ask about that. Why not oil chair too? True. Yeah, I don't know. Chair is special. Chair doesn't like being oily. Speaking of oily, I have another definitive question for you all here today. Which do you prefer? Smooth or crunchy? Which of these do you put on your toast? There's the smooth and there's the crunchy. One is oily and one is not. Crunchy, interesting. Smooth. We have a battle already. Battle of the wills. Okay, guys, I gotta fight it out to the death now. I'm just kidding. Smooth or crunchy what? Well, that's a good question. I suppose it's up to you. Which program do you use for your art? I use Fire Alpaca. Already, yeah. Fire. It's a cute little free program from these I think Japanese developers. And yeah, it's basically Medibang Paint but like slightly more animation oriented, I think. Yeah, I just use it because it's easy to make GIFs or GIFs in here, and it's free, and also I'm used to it. Oh, nice! I'll take a look at it. Nice. I thought it was Paintful Sai. I guess it is a little bit similar to it. Yeah, I've heard a lot about Sai as well, but I have not gotten it because it costs. I was tempted to get Clip Studio a while back when they were having a sale, because apparently you can do a bit of animation there as well, but I took too long deciding, so I guess that's fine. I'll stick with what I have for now. It's doing its job fine. It just doesn't build very well sometimes. With a lot of layers, it can start lagging a lot. That name explains a little about overchilling at the top left corner. Yeah. But anyways, I like peanut butter on bread, and I guess that's smooth. Top right. Don't worry, felt. CSB is OP, especially for comics. Yeah. I have heard that it seems to be very comic oriented. Well, no matter what you chose in regards to peanut butter, or whatever else you interpreted that as. Valid. I actually like both of them. I used to like smooth more, but then like I started eating crunchy, and I was like, oh, this is good as well actually. Let's move the crunchy. Peanut butter. I wrote a story about smooth and crunchy peanut butter before. It was in grade 9. And it was about two lovers separated by what they were to become. It was very tragic. Why are you wording it like it's a mystery topping? I'm scared. Oh, why are you scared? There's no reason to be scared. It's just a condiment. For extra substance. I fight about peanut butter, and they all taste just as good. A substance? Substance. See, we all need substance to survive, right? Murder is great. Thomas Ridgewell, 2020. Iconic. So very iconic. Oh, I'm just taking my sweet time doing the shade in here. Although I can be a little bit more rough around here with this hair's going to be blocked by a bunch of smoke and stuff, so it won't matter too much about the details. Eagle and Sword. Tom, how does 2020 end? Tom from the future. It doesn't. Oh my god. The guy who made it. What a legend. Oh, remember when we could make 2020 jokes? 2020 vision jokes? Ah, the good times. This lady is actually, she's like causing an explosion with the snap of her fingers because she originally wields this huge suitcase. Oh, you can't see it here, but she has like this huge suitcase which like turns into like a, I don't know, like a detonator or something. But I couldn't really fit it in here, so I'm just having her snap her fingers really all cool, and then like explosions happen. Did you know? I was actually planning to do a really dramatic rendition of Bakamitai, but with altered lyrics to commemorate Bread Day. But then I realized I didn't really have much time to prepare that. So that'll have to wait until October the 16th. That would have been great, I know. October 16th will be a day to remember. Just you wait. Just trust me. Why so specific? You mean on the song choice? Because of course it has to be Bakamitai. It's just filled with so much. On the day, didn't you know? October 16th is International Bread Day. So, on that day, I will have an even bigger celebration than what you see here. It's gonna be incredible. You'll better be here for it. Does pumpkin bread count as a bread? It's more like a muffin because it uses baking powder in a similar way. Oh, well, I see. Today is Bread Day. October 16th is World International Bread Day. There is a very important difference. I know, bread is just that important to human society. We couldn't just leave it at one day. Does pumpkin bread count? I'll say that as long as I'll say that if the majority of what you're biting into is still bread, then it's like bread. But if the pumpkin is mixed into it, and it's not just pumpkin slices in the bread, then that might be different. But overall, I understand that bread is an ever-evolving term. And, it comes in many shapes and forms. So, doing lighting with a very specific light source is also fun, but sometimes a little difficult, a little more complicated, because you have to consider multiple light sources sometimes. So it's kind of from the top, but it's also from there. This is where multiple shading layers come into handy a lot. Because you can have like one shading layer casting shadows one way, and then the other shading layer casting shadows the other way, and so it creates more of a realistic effect, I think, if you use it right. I have tried doing a bit in Paint 3D. I don't remember if I told you. I did see that a couple of times when I jumped by your streams. I saw you were doing those like really cool, like one with the airplane and the one on the stage. I have tried using a photograph of a friend, trace their face in it, and then make a 3D picture of their face. That is very smart. Tracing photographs or even just like traditional sketches can be very helpful, I find, for like any kind of drawing. Like yeah, you want to ideally be able to draw it all yourself, but sometimes you just need references, and that's that. What I like about Paint is that you can use the photograph also to get a realistic skin tone for your picture if you want the picture to look more like the person. Oh, that is very cool. So like it automatically applies that texture to the to wherever you want the skin to be? I'm assuming that's what you mean? It's so super fancy. Yeah, computers have like a very advanced. We're getting super advanced textures these days. Like, honestly, I don't think we're that far away from the point at which you literally can't discern between like a computer generated image and like an actual photograph. Or like a video game world that's like made to be realistic, and then the actual real world. It's getting scarily close to that point. You'd use the dropper feature to draw out the skin tone color. Oh, I see. Interesting. That certainly sounds fun to play with. I'm curious, Joanne, what was your inspiration for starting to work with 3D art? I feel like you might have mentioned it at some point before, but I may have forgotten. We are almost done with the basic shading. Just the basic shading. And we can get on to the fun stuff. Like the really fun stuff, I mean. Super fun stuff. My inspiration was that I wanted to make certain kinds of pictures, but I couldn't quite draw the angles I wanted. Then I learned with 3D art you can rotate a picture so you can get the angle you want. Oh, I see. Perspective is definitely something that pretty much every artist struggles with, so I can very much understand that. I hope it has been an enjoyable exploit for you. 3D art is very new but very interesting. Can do some really powerful things with it. Like when you learn the program well. It can be a bit difficult to do, especially like for me. I know I'm very used to 2D ways of working, so it's a little bit difficult for me to transition to 3D, but I do think it's worth it. It's been pretty fun, only I wish Paint had more 3D models to work with. The people they have as 3D models are too skinny. I have to make them 2D, then make them fatter. Oh, I see. Do they not allow you to like make your own custom models? Oh, maybe I shouldn't go that details on the buttons yet. I'll just... Okay, I'll just leave it at that. I'm still not really sure how exactly I want. You can make custom models, yes, but I am not that good at doing that. Ah, fair. Yeah, it's a bit like molding things out of clay, except you have to like keep in mind that you can only like it's technically in 3D space, but while you're working on it, it is like the screen is 2D, so there's only, you have to remember that whatever direction you're dragging things in, it's like it might not always work the way you expect it to. Oh yeah, that's the basic shading. It's like really, usually I would go in and soften up certain bits, like some areas closer to the light or that are just like very broad with an airbrush, but I think I want to leave that step till later for now. I've learned it's better to use a workspace with a large pixel count. The picture turns out better that way. Yeah. That's fair. Probably pretty true for 2D as well. Hold on. Where is Yeah, that's very much true for 2D drawings as well. Because, as you can see, I'm already getting really pixely as I zoom in on her face. Because I'm used to being scared that my computer will crash if I make the canvas too big. I probably should have made it, honestly, bigger. Because, no, you can't make it. You can't make it bigger if it's small, because it'll get pixely, but if you start out big, you can shrink it down later and it will still look good. Oh no, wait. We have a slight hiccup here. See, these parts are, I'm looking through a little bit. Probably, these are just like the details probably no one will notice because it's so close up. How are you gonna see it anyway? But I feel like it kind of adds to the overall finished aesthetic feel of the piece at the end. So I should probably clean them up anyway. These parts are leaking out. Okay, that's good enough. But yeah, next up, yeah, I think I'm just gonna get straight to blending these through each other a little better, especially places where it's like not quite solid shadow, but it's also meant to be a little darker. Oh yeah, this is what I meant by going through with a big airbrush and just softening things up, because even within these like detailed ones, there's still like parts where it's brighter or darker than the others, and you don't want it to be too harsh on the ice. So it helps it be a tiny bit more soft and like slightly more painterly like, but not too much, otherwise it will lose like definition. Yo, hyper. Yes, rendering is so hype. You get to see all your hard work paying off. Basically, you just wanna just like not overuse this. This is for where the shadow transitions into light. So, like over here, it's probably a bit of a softer bend. So, paint that over a little bit. could also try to do the same thing with just more shading layers, but there is like a tiny bit of an issue which I'll show you a little later when we do add more shading layers. Which, you might want to avoid, but you know, it depends on what effect you're going for. As I'm near the top, where it's like fading in and fading out. Oh no, I want to keep that sharp edge. I can add like a tiny bit of shadow here. Just the ridge below her brows, which would cast a bit of shadow as well, naturally. But it's a little bit difficult to get it like subtle enough that I will head out now. Thanks for the stream. Nice talking to you. Your art looks really great. I hope you get your beta. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for chatting to me as well and hanging out in the stream. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a nice day. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. I want to keep most of the shadows here harsher because she's gonna have an explosion, and harsh shadows do help with that. Let's go back to March. Let's go back to March. Oh my god! Wait, what? Wait, let me check. Wait, oh my god, steal yourself with echo. Oh my god, so true. Oh my god! Just two more. Please. Although, oh wait, I think it's actually a little bit more than 2 though, because Twitch calculates it as like a monthly period or something. So you have to get like 50 within like a month or something. So still very exciting though. Thank you all so much for being here. We've actually already reached all the goals except for the follow count. Because you have all been so incredibly kind and what's the word? Kind of like persistent? Not quite persistent, but you know, just like being regulars. And even if you're just lurking, coming here to hang out and stuff, it really does add up. And not just in numbers wise, of course. In my heart as well. Yes. Do you have emotes ready? Will you draw your own? I do not have emotes ready. I didn't really know when I was gonna refill it. And also I haven't found time between all the other projects I have going on. But I'm excited to hopefully when they are unlocked. I'll probably do a few streams. Just like drawing them and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, if any of you have like suggestions for emotes, totally go ahead and shout them out. Like when they are unlocked, and I will probably take some of those suggestions as well. Yeah. Emotes are also very fun. What else is on the agenda today? Okay. I've kind of set the light is going from this way. I'll add a little bit more to here. I'll probably have my share of fun down the line when it comes to sub badges. Ooh, my gosh. Wait, I forgot. Are you a Philip? Oh no! Getting there. Oh. Wait, but you're planning to eventually, right? Your machine can't handle it? Oh no! Oh no! I'm praying for you that you can get an upgrade soon. Join me! Join me so I can raid you as well. Yeah, if you meant like... Are you planning to make your own sub badges as well? Cause that'll be super cool. I can see you'll be great at designing those as well. I want to stream horror games and my graphic design shenanigans. Ooh, I'll get to it when I can. Good luck with it. Nice, nice. And kudos with the with the horror games. I don't take that very well. So I really want to get to the other parts of the rendering, but I feel like I should probably get the other parts, some other parts done, because it will give me a better idea of how the light is working. Yeah, I just like jump scares, but I like horror in general. Ah, fair. I'm like, I feel like I'm kind of the opposite, and that if it's just like a plain jump scare, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. But like the tension, when the game is like good at building up the expectancy of being jump scared, that is when I get really freaked out. Because I don't like that tension. I don't deal well with it. I would like jump at every sound. Which is why I think actually, from the gameplay I have seen, I find Bendy in the Ink Machine, or like, I didn't actually watch the whole playthrough of it, but what I did watch of it, I found a lot scarier than FNAF. Because FNAF is just the jump scares, but Bendy is like, you're walking through all these holes and then nothing's really happening, but these cardboard cutouts are kind of being creepy. But like, I don't know when they're gonna do something. And it's like, ugh. Gotta make the October bread stream a horror stream since it's in the spooky month. True. I almost forgot about that. It's spooky month. Oh. I gotta say, I have things planned for spooky month. I do have things planned for spooky month. Even though I have no idea how busy I'll be then. But it doesn't matter. I gotta do something for it. For sure. I will make it happen. I'm gonna do pumpkin bread carving. Oh my god, are there any horror games that like have bread in them? Like the bread simulator, that like toast simulator where you become a piece of toast? That, except it's horror. You're that piece of toast creeping through a kitchen. I also got plans for October. If I'm getting my tablet this month, I'm gonna post in Twitter that I'm going to make my model, rig it, and get whatever else is needed until Halloween, so I have the motivation to do so. Exciting! I really do hope you manage to get your tablet this month, because that would be super cool. Good luck with it. Ooh, they have like fire stuff. All these lines are a mess. I haven't cleaned these up yet. Just quickly sketched out these guys. Colored in like the people and forgot about it. You have a very kind of odd and confusing design. Not entirely sure like how the head and body are supposed to work together, but I'm just trying to interpret off of the few screenshots we have of them. Sandwiches. How many of you actually celebrate Halloween though? I mean, I assume most people in America do. But I know like in other countries like Australia it's like kind of a niche celebration, mostly for kids. You don't celebrate it here in Brazil? Ah, I see. Do you have anything else that month instead? Oh yeah? Who is that? Flora-chan! Flora-chan! Why have you not said anything? Hello! Thank you for the follow! Thank you. Thank you so much! I hope you enjoy your stay. And then you're enjoying the stream and everything. Please, no pressure, of course, to speak if you don't want to. Or, I mean, chat, but if you want to, go ahead and introduce yourself. I would love to chat and get to know you. Yeah. This sounds kind of creepy. Said out loud, but I swear, I mean it in good faith. You're also welcome to chill if you'd like. Either way, you are appreciated here. You are now one of the cool kids. Yeah. We don't celebrate it in Brazil, and people get the Halloween vibes, but we don't do anything. After all, it would be dangerous for the kids too. True. Like the horror stories I've heard from America of people like actually like committing crimes on Halloween. Yikes. Why is there bread all over the screen? Take a guess. Take a wild guess. You get brownie points if you get it right. Yeah. You want them brownie points? You like it? Oh, that is true. That is true. I would technically count that as correct, but the definite answer is... hold on. The definite answer is... The definite answer is... it's birthday! Yes! It's birthday. Why is it the DiGiorno pizzeria theme? This opportunity. Wait, will I get copyright striked if I play that? Isn't that from an... is it from an anime? Is it? No? The one in the bottom looks like a tardigrade. That's true. Probably. No! Oh. Wait, it... oh, probably no if it's from Spider-Man. Oh, okay.
DiGiorno or delivery?
What? I don't know what I was expecting. But it's not that. Muda. Well, I played it now. Are you happy? Close enough? Close enough? Was that not it? What? Am pleased. Okay. So long as thou art satisfied. da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. College was the last time I really celebrated Halloween. In like the college way, ooh. Haven't given up cotton candy since moving out. Oh, I see. What's the college way of celebrating Halloween? I haven't really, even though I'm like technically in college. Because like I'm in the art department and everyone in the art department is like a nerd. We don't actually do like the typical college stuff. So like I'm really out of the loop of the college culture. Costumes and drinking. Oh, that makes sense. Anyways, now that we're on the topic of pizza, what's your favorite pizza? Chicken pesto. I love chicken pesto, especially with avocado, because avocado is good. I was an engineer, so we're a bunch of nerds too. Nice. Mine's Portuguese. Ooh, I'm not a vegetarian. Nice. I have seen Portuguese on the menu lots of times, but never tried it, I think. Is that the one with olives in it? Because I also like olives in theory, but in practice, they're difficult. Ooh, buffalo chicken pizza. That's a nice one. Anything with pizza. I was about to say anything with pizza in it is a good pizza. Anything with chicken in it is good, in my opinion. Chicken is great. Almost done cleaning up these little guys. And then I can quickly block them in, and I can't believe I was expecting to finish this whole thing just like in one stream. It's definitely not going to be. Might end up streaming the same thing tomorrow. I mean, I did have something a little bit different planned tomorrow, but olives are optional, but it's obligatory to have tomato, onions, and bell peppers. Ooh, nice. Without olives and with corn. Corn is a good choice too. I like corn. That said, I don't think I've tried corn on pizza before. I should try. Oh. I should see if my local pizzeria has that. Sometimes with calabresa too. It's a Brazilian form of pepperoni. Fancy. It sounds spicy. Is it spicy? Only slightly. Okay. Nice. Enemies. I'm not good with spicy food? Me neither, me neither. I feel you. My mother, like, loves spicy food. And my dad, like, is pretty okay with it as well. I was just like... So growing up, I was like the disappointment of my family. My parents were like, oh, how could we have had a child who can't take spice? I can't believe it. I think my mom too, she's from like what's it called? She's from a region where they have a lot of spicy food as a specialty. So she is very fond of that stuff, and I cannot trust her to like get takeaway for me or anything. If I ask like, hey mom, can you like help me get some takeaway for lunch or whatever, she'll probably get something really spicy and then I can't eat it. And then if I ask her, she'll be like, what do you mean? This isn't spicy. And then I'm like, what? Then what are these red things that are really spicy? She's like, oh, those are only like slightly spicy. It's like basically not even spicy. And I'm like, what? What? How can you say that? Look, I'm not built that way, okay? I am weak in the spiciness sector. You cannot judge my ability to tolerate spice by your standards. I feel like this music just is just like perfectly on time. Again, I'm pretty spicy as well. It's like, no, the sax is kicking in. I want you to teach me a thing or two. What do you want me to teach you? You want me to teach you how to make bread? This is not a good idea because I actually can't bake. Don't know if I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. My father tried to bake once, and we kind of blew up the oven. Like literally, the glass and everything just shattered. So like, yeah, it kind of runs in the family. Bread baking stream, accidental arson stream. Maybe. I'll have to get the 77 to teach me how to bake. They're gonna be like Gordon Ramsay though by the end of it. They're gonna be mortified by my baking skill. They're like, what are you doing? Why is the dough still raw? Is that a word you can use? Raw dough? surprised nobody has like sold a product which is just like straight up raw cookie dough yet. Because I feel like it would be pretty popular. These things are so weirdly shaped. When I was sketching them, I just had them drawn as little diamonds because I thought that was what their approximate shape was, but I wasn't quite there. It's actually incredibly way more complicated than that. Oh, I think I got this the wrong way. It's like the body coming out. Hopefully, these are what the enemies are based off, by the way. Oh well, what these enemies are supposed to be. It's basically one color, so hopefully coloring them won't actually be too difficult once I've got like this base down. Bread. Hiya, Ryzen. Hello, by the way. How are you going? It's so cool to see you here. I am just finishing up this other thing. I had a backlog for like a beta entry thing, and then I just woke up. I hope you had a good sleep. How am I? I am good. As I've said many times in this stream today, it is bread day, which means I am coming off of my low FODMAP diet. Oh well, like partially coming off my low FODMAP diet, and I am now able to eat gluten, which means I can have bread again. My lifeline. The only important thing. The only important food in my life. Yay! Yay! Bread! I don't know if you have like a schedule or anything posted anywhere, but do you have What times do you usually stream, Ryzen? What times do you usually stream, Ryzen? I should like to pop by sometime as well if I'm able to. What today's Democrats? Is this kind of bread coat? Well, yeah, maybe, kind of. This is oh, this one? It's a birthday. It's a birthday. Excuse me, I'm very close. I have to search it up again every time. Wait, let's go to the bit where it gets faster. Okay, where were we? Yes, this is a bread cult. There is no escape. I don't actually have a schedule, I've been too busy too, but when I do stream, it's around 10 a.m. PST. Oh, okay. I will look out for that. Well, what time is 10 a.m. PST in my time? Let's take a look. Oh, wait, that's like 3 hours from now. Oh no, crud. Your stream time is like past midnight for me. That's really unfortunate. But like, if I'm ever, I'm sometimes awake. I am sometimes awake past midnight anyway, so if I happen to be conscious and see you streaming, I will definitely pop by someday. Yeah. Time zones are tragic. They truly are. Truly are. Oh, by the way, Zach, if you're still here, are you streaming today? Wait, did you stream today? I would have liked to watch, but I needed to celebrate birthday. So, but everyone who doesn't know, Zagnetic. No, not Zagnetic. Zagnitude. I was. Yeah. Wait, if you click on it, can you? Oh no. Wait, I thought you could like get linked to the channel that way or something, but wait. No, I'll just manually do it. There we go. There we go. Go follow him right now. That's an order. Not really, but if you don't, then you won't get brownie points, I'm afraid. He's very cool. Does like a Dead by Daylight, like commentary. From what I've seen, it's like a kind of a toxic, not necessarily toxic, but like it's just so wild. A lot of competitive games are like that, I guess. But yeah, it's really fun to watch his commentary on like random people in the co-op. So just like if you have some time, he usually streams around the same time I do, except on Fridays and Saturdays. So yeah, go check him out sometime. I'll be happy if you do. And I'm sure he will be as well. I'm almost done. This is like the last one. I was gonna get Nightbot before the stream, but I forgot to install it, so... I should probably have that before... I'll probably look into that before tomorrow. It'd be nice to be able to shout people out with the bot. I might end up just straight up painting these monsters, just because they're pretty simple. It's mostly more difficult. It's mostly more of a good investment to cell shade things when you have a lot of different patterns going on. So it's like hard to keep things consistent while you're also painting over them. But like for things like these, I think... Ooh. This is just like one solid color. We'll be alright. Oh, thank you so much, Rezan. I'm glad you think so. This is taking way longer than I expected. Oh, I must get it done. I want to maybe like get the background done today. Maybe not the background, but like most of the shading, at least. And basically just have like the polish to go. Pretty close to done, I'd say. Oh, like pretty close to what done will eventually look like by now. This is usually the point at which I get impatient and I start just like going wild rendering everything, but then I'll probably like make mistakes and then find it difficult to fix it later because I painted everything. And if you paint it, you can't just like change a layer or anything. It's just like baked into one big layer. This can be fun, but this can be difficult. Right. So then I need to like, I'm gonna make this like super flashy. You got like a portal here and like this brush strokes here and then like an explosion over here. I'm gonna make it all sparkly and stuff, but like, oh, I don't know where to start, honestly. I gotta get the boring stuff out of the way first, unfortunately. Should work on the background, I should. Okay. Got like a... I'll get the portal here. This is huge portal thing that this guy is jumping through. Cause he's like a... Yeah. Oh, this guy is super cool. It's like a... Spacey stuff. Whew. Like, I think his thing is mainly like black holes and stuff, but like, this is close enough. Yeah, I like his design as well. He's super cool. Like, I feel like he's gonna be the next Zhongli for Honkai Star Rail. And like, his Chinese voice actor is the same as Zhongli's Chinese voice actor as well, so it's looking pretty promising. Only thing left is to see how much cake he has. He is cool. Oh, wait. Actually, I know someone I feel like you would find super cool, Ryzen. I feel like... I don't know, maybe. Her design just gives me like kind of similar vibes. Or like purpley vibes. For some reason, his tiny version gives me child vibes. Do you mean this tiny version? Is this the tiny version? Anyway, I haven't drawn her, but look at her, she's so cool. This is Seal. She's kind of like Kaching-ish. Oh my god, okay. With like scythe and butterflies. Like, she's super cool. Yeah. But like isn't she the Reaper that can turn red? Scythe user. Reaper that can turn red. I'm not sure. Wait, no, yeah, from Honkai? From Honkai, she's like the kid with the alter ego who like turns red and like yeah. They made her super badass in this one instead of like super shy and awkward. This is really cute. I like that. Shoot. Yes. You played Honkai as well? Yes. Aside is so fun to play. I would like to play her more, but she's just like fallen out of like the teams I use, unfortunately. Which S ranks did you have in Honkai? And how far did you get in the story? Cause like I feel like it definitely ramped up after the that one Hersha scene. Don't want to spoil for anyone who hasn't seen it or like hasn't played it, but it's really cool. Super cool. I don't remember. Probably like chapter 3, 4. I don't entirely remember what exactly goes on within those chapters, but if you knew the Himeko scene, I think you know. If you know, you know. Ooh, I got Fischl. Nice. Oh my god, I love collab Fischl. They did her so well in Honkai. And like, honestly, I do wish their Kaching stayed as well. Oh, so cool. And Honkai Yai! Yes, Honkai Yai is also so good. I kind of actually really want a new Yai battlesuit. Like, they've all just been like Bronya and Kiana and Flame Chaser battlesuits lately, but no. I want Yai and Callum. I feel like all their battlesuits are like kind of old. Like they haven't gotten really meta new ones in a while. Which is a shame because I like them a lot as characters. They're like staple gays. They're like Japanese cottagecore gays. They deserved so much better. just copying like how they're doing it with this, but oh, have you seen the Cooking with Valkyries? They're like, Honkai got its own anime. They went ahead and did a whole anime. And then Genshin Rekia was just like this teaser. This one like promotional teaser, which everyone thought was gonna be an anime. But it wasn't. I'm so disappointed. I was ready for anime Kazuha and anime Kokomi. Okay, I reckon that's dark enough. Okay. I want like a really solid part here, and then a more fluffy part, where it connects to all these fancy bits. Fancy bits. These special effects are very fun. Probably special effects and rendering, kind of like shading and stuff. The most fun parts of drawing for me. Because you get to make cool stuff. It's a very different story in 3D though. In Maya, special effects just means praying for your computer and getting some safety goggles ready in case it decides to self-destruct, which it will probably get pretty close to, so you know, safety first. I'm gonna I should block out some. Okay, so this bit over here I actually drew as part of the enemies because no, you need to get some barbecue ready to get the other side. So true. Gotta get some Barbie going. Call over the mates. Like, yo, wanna have a toast over this pile of broken scraps that is my computer? Be great. Anyway, this is actually meant to be the incinerated remains of one of those little fly enemy things. It's just like it's been vaporized by hot orange lady, hot red lady. She's called Himeko, by the way. She also looks kind of like Diluc, and I can't unsee it now, and it's kind of mortifying for me. But let's not talk about that. She's just like snapping her fingers, like that one guy in Fullmetal Alchemist. Roy Mustard. Yeah, he was so cool. Oh, I wanted to be like him when I was small. A bit of an issue there. Okay, I'm actually gonna put that separately so that it can be on a layer above Himeko's hair. Otherwise, it's being incinerated behind her, but like the fire is in front of her. So you're like, what's going on? What? Whoa. Oh my god, I was gonna say how are we going for time, and it's almost 4 hours again. It's like 3.5 hours. Oh no, oh no. I didn't mean for time to run. Oh, it's so quick. Oh no. I still have so much work to do in this drawing. Yeah, it always takes so much longer than you expect. Seems like pretty good progress. Oh, I'm glad you think so. Cool. Hopefully even more progress next time. Yeah. I'm just gonna very quickly, pluck out oh no. There we go, like where the explosion is. Gonna be a little bit in front of her as well, but it should be less visible. We'll tidy up the shapes next stream. Smoke is also helpful because you can can reflect the light from the fire or whatever you have going on here. And have her like this cool little pew. And it's like a snap. Yeah, I'll draw a bit next time though. And then fire. Spikes. Then fire. Fire. Hi. That'll probably have to be like. I'm just thinking about the colors because I want it to be warm, or like fiery, because it is fire, but it's also gotta stick with that color palette, so it shouldn't stand out too much. Oh dear. There we go. This one should be. Okay, they'll get a little bit backlit over here. Okay. And behind Nanhang. That was like cool greenish stuff going on. Oh no, I accidentally opened up a different window. I just have to make sure all these special effects also are consistent. So I'm just like doing like a really rough and terrible version of them first. That looks better. Subway. So a little bit of off-palette color is good to balance it out, but I don't keep it subtle until just like the edges around here. So that like the main kind of idea of it is still pretty strong. I feel like I need a bit more of this, like elsewhere, to balance it out. Like, but probably if I have, like a few green highlights on like these guys to show where they're getting hit by his little skill, that might help a bit. Or if I make it completely black and white, then you don't have to worry as much about colors because pretty much everything works with that color. I'll think on it. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it for this time. Yeah. It's very chaotic right now. See, but hopefully we'll clean it up next time. We'll get this tidied up. So yeah, thank you all for coming to celebrate Bread Day with me. If you had some bread today, I hope you enjoyed it. If you had water today, I hope it hydrated you. Thank you for coming. No worries, missing the chiller spot. That's so good. As long as you pin the PNG to your bedroom wall and stare at it for 5 minutes every day. Always forgiven. Just kidding. Very bug stream, you're very bug. You're a bug. Thank you. I had a lot of fun as well. So playing all the different variations of like a bread theme. So thank you for bearing with me while I spend like 5 minutes searching for each one. Nita Ellie, if you're here, Nita Ellie and the Sparkstar, thank you for actually suggesting the tier list at first. I wasn't going to do that this stream. I was just gonna like eat bread and draw. But that was very fun in the end as well. So yeah, I just wanna leave you with something super special, and it is wait, ad break, hold on, we're getting there.
I love bread. I love bread. I eat it every day. That's why I'm here to say I love bread. I love bread.
Thank you.
Baguette or a bun. Nothing is as fun as bread.
Yum, yum, yummity, yum.
Let's go.
This party needs a kick. Let's
get some
breadsticks. In the club or on the street. Bread's all I want to eat. B-R-E-A-D. I love bread and bread loves me. B-R-E-A-D.
I love bread and bread loves me. Everybody get some bread. 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 Everybody get some bread.
Everyone gets bread.
People of Earth, I have come from a faraway planet to taste your delicious bread.
I love bread. I love bread. Rye or sourdough. I want the world to know I love bread.
Yeah. Let's get French toasted in here.
B-R-E-A-D, B-R-E-A-D, B-R-E-A-D.
I love bread. I love bread. I eat it every day. That's why I'm here to say I love bread.
Shut up, it counts for the sake of this video. Kidding, love you. Goodbye.
Currently playing Dark Souls for the first time. Yes. I'm poisoned. Yes. Hello, Elias. You had 2 Ogre streams open? Yes. Intelligent with 9 intelligence? Listen here, you fucking bitch. I have 8 intelligence. That's worse than you thought. So shut up. God damn it. Did you had a good stream, Schnetman? Yes. This is my